really don't understand why Naughty Dog went from one of the most beloved companies to one of the most hated companies. Abby is one of the most hated characters in video games in general. I think she's up there with Jasper Bat Jr., Bubsy the Bobcat, and as the most hated, and of course Porky Mints of the most hated characters. Also, they added Ultron to Marvel Rivals. Oh, Fire Kev, they added Ultron to the game. I don't play Marvel Rivals still. This like I don't play that game, but they added Ultron to the game, so that's cool. But we're focusing on The Last of Us Season 3. Like, The Last of Us could have been one of the best video game series of all time. Okay? No joke, The Last of Us 1 was considered one of the greatest video games of all time. One of the greatest video games ever written and ever created. And a lot of people said when it came out, it cemented Naughty Dog's legacy as one of the greatest video game developers of all time. Okay, and then they made another Uncharted game, which was also still cemented Naughty Dog's legacy. But then they made The Last of Us Part 2. Okay, Last of Us Part 2 was one of the most hated games of all time. And definitely did not deserve Game of the Year of 2020. Okay, I think Animal Crossing New Horizons deserved Game of the Year of 2020. And no, it's not because it's not because I have a bias towards Nintendo. Animal Crossing New Horizons actually genuinely helps people through the hard time that was the pandemic as well. Okay, brought millions of people together. Oh, we'll give The Last of Us Part 2 a Game of the Year because there's a trans character in the game. That's the whole reason they said the game was good. Because Abby was trans. Not because the game was actually good, not because the gameplay or story, because the character was trans. This is why people don't trust game critics or movie critics anymore. Because people are so sick of Abby. And also, the main reason people hate Abby is Abby killed Joel, and, you know, I watched the scene. It was just horrendous, brutal, and awful as well. Probably one of the worst scenes. And of course, you can't think about that scene later on in the game. We're not going to mention that scene as well, but people do not really like The Last of Us Part 2. Okay? It is one of the most hated games of all time. And now they're making a whole season about Abby. You know, one of the most hated video game characters probably of all time, alongside of Bubsy the Bobcat, you know, and Jasper Bat Jr., which is one of the most hated characters of all time. And of course, get characters like Mr. Rossetti as well. But again, Mr. Rossetti is only hated in like the early Animal Crossing games. He actually is a fine dude outside of him doing his job. You gotta realize Mr. Rossetti is still a working man, and he's just telling people not to, you know, reset the game without saving, which, you know, as well. But they even realized, hey, Rossetti's not a good thing, and they got rid of him. And so, but Abby is a character everyone dislikes, everybody hates. Okay, I don't think there's one soul that likes Abby as a character. Okay, she's also poorly written as well, and she's also just one of the most hated video game characters in general as well. And yeah, that's something because the video game industry has characters like Jasper Bat Jr., who is universally hated across the entire gaming community, or characters like Bubsy the Bobcat as well, or annoying characters like Omocao or Moneybags, who's basically Mr. Krabs of Spyro, you know, and it's just nobody likes Abby, okay, yeah, and yeah, there we go about The Last of Us Part 3. No one likes, and yeah, The Last of Us Part Season 2 is also very, very hated as well. Yeah, Season 3 will probably just as hated as Season 2. Will probably bomb and flop. It was like Rings of Power Season 2 did as well. So yeah, that's what this video here. Goodbye.